Welcome to another episode of Video Game Pickups, and this time we're going to do things a little different. I'm talking in front of the camera instead of behind the camera, so this is pretty new for me. I don't usually go in front of the camera, but I think this is how I'm going to do it from now on. I'm still maybe a little camera shy, so yeah. If I look kind of awkward behind the camera, or in front of the camera, whatever, that's probably why. Anyways, we're going to be going through the games that I got in the past month or so. I actually looked at the receipts to make sure it was less than a month ago. And also, we're not going to be doing digital games because, I got like PlayStation Plus and everything. So you just sort of get a bunch of free games. And I'm just not going to count those. But this is actually going to take a while. I'm also going to try to get game footage for most of these games, just sort of like put them like on the corners or somewhere, some corner in the video. Anyways, let's get started. The first game here is Period Chronicles for the PlayStation 3. So there's a couple of reasons why I decided to get this other than it was kind of cheap. Well, it's not that cheap. It's still at least $20, but I got this because, first of all, it looked pretty interesting. Like, I'm not going to get a game unless it looks like it's going to be something I want to play. But also, it's because Nintendo announced this game called Project Steam, and everyone was basically like, yeah, it looks just like Valkyria Chronicles. So this is a strategy game. I have not played it yet. But it looks pretty cool. It's a strategy game with anime. Sounds good to me. So yeah, moving on. So this is like the joke purchase of the video. Not like that will be like a running thing. But this was $1. I got this at GameStop for $1. And I got it just to see like how bad it was, and it's pretty bad. For the first portion of the game, you can't pause the game, you can't, there's no nunchuck support. It's a rail shooter, but, I mean, you could have done something with the nunchuck. The controls, it's the pointer controls, but it still feels really off. And oh man, the cutscenes in this game are so, I don't even know what they were thinking. There's just like weird cutscenes in this game. The story is just what is happening. But yeah, it's a game that exists, and I bought it, and it was like $1. So, anyways, moving on. Need for Speed Nitro. Yeah, a lot of these still got the stickers on them, but whatever. This was $13, but I took a look at it, and I was like, I can tell that this game is probably pretty fun. And I actually played it for a little while, and I'm not a big fan of like traditional racing games. I usually like playing kart racing games, but in this case, I really like this game so far. I only played it for like an hour or two, but it's got like kart racer elements, so it's sort of a mix between like a normal racing game and a kart racer. So the next two games I'm actually going to talk about, like at the same time, because they're related. We got Goldeneye and Quantum of Solace here. So Goldeneye is a game it's a remake of the N64 game. The first time I've ever even played the original Goldeneye was earlier this year, actually. I had not even touched it until earlier this year. And the game's not like super uber great like everyone says it is, because everyone says it's like the best, but it's not. But it wasn't bad. I had fun with it. And this is like a remake that they had. They released it on all the consoles. And it's got control options for like every controller there is. So that's pretty cool. And then Quantum of Solace. When the Quantum of Solace movie came out, I actually rented this game, and I remembered it being really awesome, and I tried it again recently, and it wasn't that great. It wasn't bad either, but yeah, it's a not bad game. It's pretty fun. It's pretty much like Goldeneye, but you have to use the pointer controls. Goldeneye lets you use whatever controller you want. This one you have to use the pointer controls, but yeah, I picked up those two games actually at the same store, which is weird that they just happen to have both those games, and I happen to want both of them, and they were related. Anyways, for the PlayStation 2, got this game called Timesplitters, because I've heard a lot of people say like really good things about Timesplitters, and it was not too expensive. $15 isn't bad. It's in-box with manual. Unfortunately, the box is kind of beat up. I have some extra DVD cases. I think I'm just going to put the box art in there, because the case is kind of beat up. But it looks like a pretty cool game, and apparently it has a level creator, so that might be a lot of fun. I haven't touched this game so far, but it looks like a lot of fun. And people say it's a lot of fun, so you know what, I'm just gonna pretend that people are right, even though people usually are not right. Anyways, another 2-for-1 type thing. I have Star Ocean: The First Departure and Star Ocean: The Last Hope International, because, I don't know. I guess International is a slightly better version than not International, and they have different box art for some reason. But I picked up this one first. I have Star Ocean 2 on the PlayStation, and I didn't play like a ton of it, but the parts I did play, I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. And I've always had my eye out for this game because I really like RPGs. RPGs are my favorite genre, especially turn-based ones. I think this one is an action RPG actually, but I don't know. It just looks really good, so I bought it. So there. But the thing about Star Ocean First Departure is I got Star Ocean Second Story, I think it's called, which is Star Ocean 2, and I heard that Star Ocean 1, the original, never came out here, so I was like, okay, I'll start at the second game, and maybe download like the ROM, like a fan translation or something. But then I found out that there was a remake of the first game on the PSP, which people don't really talk about for some reason. People are like, oh yeah, the original never came out. But people never talk about that there's a remake. So I popped this game in quick and played with it for like a really short time, and this is like really cool. They took the original game. It was on Super Nintendo, I believe, and they added like anime cutscenes. They improved the graphics and music and everything. And this one is turn-based because it's like the older games. And I really like turn-based, so hopefully I'm going to be able to play through this game soon and then go to the second one, and then eventually go to Last Hope and all those other ones. I hardly know anything about Star Ocean, by the way. I just like RPGs and science fiction, and these are science fiction RPGs, so it goes together really well, so that's why I bought them. Anyways, got a few more games here. Actually, 2 more PSP games. It came in a dual pack. So we got Mega Man Powered Up and Maverick Hunter X. So I've actually beaten the original Mega Man on NES, and this is a remake of the first Mega Man game, and it's got, you know, obviously better graphics and music, and it actually comes with the original Mega Man game. Like, you can just play the original. I think it's got some extra content, and I think it has some kind of level creator too, which is pretty cool, which you need internet for, and for some reason my PSP is not compatible with my Wi-Fi router. I don't know why. But yeah, I plan on playing through Mega Man 1 again, and I guess it has extra content, so that'll be cool. And the thing about Maverick Hunter X is I have spent forever trying to find a cartridge of Mega Man X, and I can't find it, like, at all. For, like, the past 3 years, I've been looking for a cartridge. At not only my local store, but every time I go to PAX East in Boston, I always keep my eye out for it, but I can never find a cartridge. I've tried looking online to see if I could find, like, a good deal. I just can't get a hold of the cartridge. But Maverick Hunter X is actually a remake of Mega Man X. Obviously better graphics, blah blah blah. Things I just talked about. So yeah. Now I can finally say, yes, I've played Mega Man X. I mean, I've also played and beaten Mega Man X 4, 5, and 6, but now I can play the original, which is great. And this game right here, Infamous, the first one. So if you don't know what Infamous is, you're a mailman with lightning powers. And I always thought that was like a really cool idea. You're a mailman with lightning powers. What else is there to say? I don't know like a ton about this game. I know that you can like choose to be like a good guy or a bad guy based on like what you do. I mean I don't know like a ton of this, but I got the greatest hits version, which obviously has probably like DLC and all that stuff on it. I got it new and sealed because apparently they still sell them new and sealed. And when I eventually get a PS4, I should be able to just jump right into the new Infamous game. If I play this one and Infamous 2, and there's not a lot of games on the PS4 right now, except for like Infamous. So I should probably play the other ones first, so I know what's going on. So yeah. Okay, so it's like a day later, so I got a different shirt on and everything. But I got 2 more games in the mail, and I haven't finished editing the previous footage. So the first game I got here is Kirbys Epic Yarn, and when this game came out, I rented it, and I liked it, but I just never got around to getting it. It's kind of hard to find now, or at least where I live, it's kind of hard to find like a used copy. So I actually got a new copy off of Amazon, and it was pretty cheap. It was like $20 or less. So yeah, I already know I like the game and it's fun. So here it is. Now I actually have it and I can finish the game. I don't think I have my old save file or anything though. So the last game I actually got in the mail, and probably the last game of this video, is Banggai O 2, which is called Banggai O Spirits for some reason. Basically, it's a game where you're a robot and there's lots of missiles, and it's made by Treasure, and that's all you need to know, because if it's made by Treasure, that means it's good. It's a rule. If you don't know, Treasure is actually my favorite third-party developer, like, ever. And I like pretty much all their games. So I'm glad I finally got this one. This is the second one. The first one is it's just called Banggai O. And there's an HD remake on Xbox Live. So I haven't actually gotten around to playing that, but I'll play that eventually. But that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you all for watching this video. And yeah, if you want, you can check out some of the previous video game pickup episodes if you want, but they're not like as good as this one. Well, maybe they're better. I don't know, but they're probably less professional. Pretty bad lighting. Got better lighting now, but I don't know. I'm kind of rambling a little bit, so yeah. Bye!